Thanks for joining me. I'm Lauren Cadillac, an attorney in Dallas, Texas. I'm not a criminal defense attorney, but I was talking to one earlier. Oh my goodness, this trial has been wild the last few days. Wild. All right, be right back. I was doing a deposition at 1 p.m. and luckily it went really fast. It went really, really fast. But I got on, it ended, and I got on YouTube and I saw a comment from D. Lombardo saying, hey, you need to get on here right now. And now this is where I am. I'm here. Hi, hippieista. Oh, I am still, I am literally still trying to get over last week when Steele had to, basically cry to the judge for some respect. And, here we go. I couldn't believe it, y'all. I can't believe it. Let's go. I think they're back on. So let's go here. This is Steele about to leave the courtroom. Yeah, Mrs. Mondo, it's a real shit show today.
And you're conducting material parts of this trial without me present, and I can't.
He'll be looking good without his jacket today, though, y'all.
For that reason, additionally, I asked for a mistrial, and I assume you denied, but I'd like you to deny our motions for mistrial. You denied the other people.
I denied your motion, but I'll certainly take that under advisement, sir.
Okay, so Glanville has a cold. Oh, here's still gonna walk out of here. Arrested.
We're going to be in recess for the next 5 minutes.
Damn, y'all. Do you think Doug is straight up just like, I have the best fucking lawyer ever? Because if my lawyer got arrested behind me, I'd be like, bro, here's your bonus. He does have the best lawyer ever. Okay, so they just came back, I think. Sunday dollar. Oof. We're about to go through what just happened. I was working too. So I was doing a deposition and came in to finish the deposition and came look at the comments, and it was like, Steele is in contempt. I said, oh shit. So I turned it on. I can't. I will say this. I was on the deposition with a criminal defense attorney in Dallas County who has some familiarity with the YSL. And I asked her, I said, are the judges here? Is this how our criminal judges are? Because this is how a lot of our civil judges are. And she said no. She said no. Usually judges are really good. So hopefully it is the case that in the criminal courts, as far as criminal courts are concerned, this behavior, this conduct is a one-off. This is rare. Maybe he should go become a civil judge. He would definitely fit in a probate court in Dallas County. No problem.
Hire defense team. Here you certainly get competent counsel, which the court finds that you are in this particular circumstance. And an appellate court will review my decision for abuse of discretion. So I'm going to direct that you continue to represent Mr. Williams. You can consult with Mr. Steele. Any breaks or anything such as that, I'll allow you to do that and continue to do that. But Mr. Steele put himself in this particular position in terms of all these. I'm not asking for any other, or you for any other information that might be privileged or any other conversations, but I need to know who told you, because that then drives other things the court needs to probably do.
What?
So
why are you having an ex parte
meeting? He's the reason
meeting?
as to why we're here in this particular circumstance.
No,
so if
you are,
here,
Judge.
want
You
to
are.
disclose to me who told you that, I'll be more than happy to reconsider.
I know Mrs. Steele will know. I also will know. And I respect this court. I respect the court has to do whatever it is appropriate. But I would ask the court also respect my representation of Williams and standing for him. And we believe that there's been a violation that affects his right to a free trial. trial. And we believe that is sufficiently read. And I would respectfully decline the court's order to continue forward.
Your Honor, may I?
Sure.
address the court?
Oh my
Thank
God, I
you.
hate her.
Your Honor, there are two things at issue here, and one of them, Your Honor, is that
I asked the court how it is that the state has any position in this particular conversation to report myself.
Before
How
we
does the state have a
recess,
position?
Ms. Love said that she was going to research this ethical issue because it is an ethical one. So just much like you could add to it,
I don't give a flying fuck what Miss Love's research yields. She has already shown she can lie. She has no problem lying to this court.
asking the state if they wish to add to that as well, sir. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, we believe that there are two matters at issue here. One, obviously, is Mr. Williams' right to counsel of his choice during the trial of the case. We believe that the court has the
Rod
discretion
Factor.
to fashion
Thank
any...
you so much for the $9.99 super shot. Oh my goodness, thank you, Rod Factor. Can the court really do this? Well, we're really watching the court do it. So the answer is yes, he can, because he is. What's at true issue here is that the court, the judge, the prosecutors, the witness that was sworn in on Friday, and the witness's attorney all met in what we call ex parte meetings. If I have to email the court, if I'm on a case, and I have to email even just one of the people at the court, not even the judge, someone at the court, I have to include all the parties. I have to include them. I have several emails that I sent to courts today. There's like 8 people on the email because I can't. It's ex parte. It's against the rules. It's against the rules. The judge knows this is against the rules. I don't understand what I'm watching. I mean, this shit is crazy. So I'm gonna hit play. We're gonna keep watching together. I'll pause so you can actually hear me.
remedy, any punitive remedy for contempt that it chooses. We would ask that the court fashion a punishment for
Hold
the
on, I gotta pause. Look at Weinstein. YSLIP. He's an intellectual property attorney. Smart dude. Look at him. He reminds me of my dog when I know he's guilty. Like he's not looking at the court. He won't look at Miss Love. He's silent but deadly. And look at him. Like if I'm making arguments and he can't look at me, I'm worried.
Contempt that affords Mr. Williams the right during these proceedings while court is in session to both counsel for both of his counsels. For Mr. Steele to be present in the courtroom, he can still be held in contempt. But for Mr. Williams to have representation of both Mr. Steele and Mr. Adams while court is in session, and that the court's remedy does not affect his ability to have his counsel of choice represent him during this trial. We believe that that so far this issue alone has needlessly delayed the trial of the case, and we believe that it may be in someone's best interest and in others not in their best interest for that delay to continue. So we would ask that the court,
Whose best interest
notwithstanding
is
the
the
filing
delay?
of contempt, allow both Mr. Williams, Mr. Steele, and Mr. Adams to be present while these proceedings are going on and while court is in session.
I think that would be appropriate under the circumstances. And Mr. Steele, certainly I can inquire about before the end of the day if he wishes to disclose that
Hell
information.
no, he
that
won't
I've asked
disclose.
him, then he certainly purges himself of that contempt.
Don't do it,
So
Steele.
yes, that's fine. We'll go ahead and do that.
And the second thing that I wanted to put on the record is that there was no substantive communication with any witness in this case outside the presence of any counsel for the defendants or any defendants in this courtroom. The matter, Your Honor, if I may finish.
She always gets to finish, but nobody else does. She can interrupt them.
The matter that the state requested an ex parte audience with the court regarding was a matter to which no one to my right was a party. It was a civil contempt matter, and The parties towards that civil contempt, the state, which moved the court to compel someone to do a thing, the court compelled, and the state said, Your Honor, we're asking if the court, if they don't comply, that the court hold that person in contempt. That was a civil contempt matter. Nothing substantive was discussed. Everything was recorded, and
Good, let's see the record.
the representations made, at least by persons who were present to the state, is that when questioned or queried about it, is that that person was told or asked whether things occurred, and that person relayed that no substantive communication took place during that meeting.
Who is that person?
That
Who
is
is
the
she talking
second
about?
matter. And first and foremost, we just ask that the court again allow both counsels for Mr. Williams to be present when court is in session, so that we don't delay these proceedings further.
All right, that's fair enough.
Thank you.
Okay,
Your Honor,
Mr. Sharp.
The ability for the state to paint themselves as the victim constantly in this matter is unbelievable.
It
We
is
are the aggrieved
unbelievable.
party.
Sir, we can't hear you.
My client, Shannon Stillwell, and these other young men sitting here as defendants are the aggrieved parties. We were not present. I would like to reiterate.
But here's the
I will-
problem. Here's the
Your Honor, can I just-
Mr. Sharp.
Let me finish my
Here's
thought.
the challenge. You got the information in a way that was not lawful.
You don't know
to
that,
begin
Judge.
with. Sir, that doesn't
doesn't know that,
alleviate
guys.
the information or that make it less valid or invalid. So, because we record these conversations so that they can be reviewed later. We didn't have any conversations that were not recorded. And if you heard of other conversations that were made, I don't know how you would have gotten them otherwise, because somebody had to tell you.
Okay, well, all that's great.
And like I said,
Irrelevant.
if and when the case gets reviewed, an appellate court will make
When.
those decisions.
Not
But
if, when.
at this point,
My client is the aggrieved party. He was not present. If that violated his Sixth Amendment right to be present.
okay, and that's your argument, sir. That's your argument. That's your argument.
One other thing, Your Honor.
That's your argument.
All I'm asking for is some sunlight. Some sunlight to come over these proceedings.
Sir, this is not an open meeting. This is not sun. This is not a sunlight situation.
Release the transcript and then we can see, because we do not accept Miss Love's representation.
No.
Okay, you
We
don't
don't,
accept the
'cause she's a
court's
liar.
representation? I'm telling
No, 'cause
you.
you like
the
to.
transcript.
I'm telling you at this point in time, when the case is reviewed on appeal, if I am wrong, then certainly the appellate court can tell me, and certainly there are other bodies in Georgia that certainly my conduct can be reviewed by. But at this point, I'm telling you that's the sum and substance of it.
We are trying this case right now to win this case. We are not playing for an appeal. We would
Yeah.
like a fair shot at this case right now. We would like the transcripts. We all know that the appellate process in this case is probably going to take decades.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'm like I said, I need to have a little bit more information in order for me to kind of
review what the
make
fuck I
some
said
other
in ex
decisions
parte
in this case.
conversation?
Not saying that you may or may not get that information, but at this point, there was nothing that was improper about in the ex parte conversations. The court's more concerned about is
All ex parte conversations are inappropriate.
the disclosure. So, and
I understand the court's concerned, but as the counsel for Mr. Stillwell, my concern is the meeting that he was
I don't
not
give a shit
allowed
what
to
you're
be
gonna
present
say.
for.
Exactly.
okay, all right. Thank
I
you,
love
sir.
Shard. Ooh.
Are
Come
you
on,
going
YSL
to repeat
Silver
the
Fox.
same
Let's
thing
get
again?
it.
Oh, let's
No, I'm
try
gonna
not
add.
to because the Harvey rules in effect. I understand everyone's opinion at this point in time.
The only thing I want to say, and to not be repetitive, but on Friday, Your Honor, this particular witness came in, he pled the fifth, his lawyer was present, his lawyer stated to Your Honor that he had spoken to his witness, his client, and he stated that the witness indicated that on Monday he will also be saying that he will plead the fifth. And then, Your Honor, there was a 2-3 hour span this morning.
Meeting.
He comes on and he says, I'm going to testify.
Now I'm going to
That's
testify.
when I believe on behalf of Mr. Huey that the transcript is incomplete.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Why would Glanville even have this meeting? Why would he even? What
All
an
right.
idiot.
Let's get Mr. Steele out.
Whitney, I'll explain as soon as they go on break. I'll get in the comments, guys.
And then we'll go ahead and get started at that point in time, okay?
What? Now you're gonna get started? Oh hell no, y'all! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Tell me they're still on break. Oh my god. Okay, so for everyone who's new here, thank you all for joining. I see a ton of you. I'm so excited you're here. So excited. Okay, here's what happened today. This morning, if you recall, last Friday, we watched together, so you should remember this. Judge told the jury, be here at 8:30 a.m. for a 9 o'clock start. You recall, I said I would never be there at 8:30 a.m. Fuck that shit, because they're always starting so late. I was making a joke. Okay. No. So, today, we all turn on our YouTube, we turn on whatever. Nothing's going on for hours, Sylvia and her chat, they have all these people making, whatever, like all this speculation is going down, all this stuff is going down, hours and hours and hours, we see nothing. We see nothing. Oh shit, here they come back.
Mr. Steele, in the interest of your representation, continued representation of Mr. Williams, is been brought to court suggestion that you be here until when we've in all open sessions of court and until we finish for the day. So I'm still going to hold you in contempt. You can purge that contempt by just telling me who it is that told you this information. That's all I need to know. But at the end of today, I'll ask you that question again today. We did not take up any business in your absence, other than Mr. Adams eloquently saying that he was not going to go forward without having you present with him. So,
good job, YSL Adams.
And him not wanting to divulge who
Nobody's going to tell you who it was, Judge.
Either. So, with that, sir, we're going to go ahead and continue. All right.
Ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Did the court order the transcript that we can see it and have a hearing with all witnesses?
No, I'm not gonna order the transcript as of yet, because if the case should be reviewed, the appellate court will have that particular.
I'm gonna have the appeals court review it now, bro.
I don't believe at this point in time it is the court's understanding of the ex parte conversation that the disclosure is the more troublesome remedy. If I did something wrong, then certainly that can be reviewed, but I'm not at this point in time going to release any of the transcript in terms of what may be disclosed or that was said in Chambers ex parte at this point.
Well, I was told, based upon information belief, that it would affect this witness's testimony in front of the jury, because I was told, based upon information belief, that depending upon how the day goes, he may go home or not, depending upon his testimony. I'd like to know what that's about.
I don't know, Mr. Steele. I don't know. I mean, that's why I would like to know who it is that told you or disclosed this information from Chambers, because I don't know if this person even had, if that conversation was even had within my presence or hearing. I don't.
That's fine. So I would like to have a hearing with the court as a witness, with the DAs as a witness, with the deputies as a witness, with Mr. Copeland as a witness, with his counsel as a witness, court reporter, transcript. And Judge, I'm not trying to be harmful. I mean,
Mr. Steele,
Honestly, I would just do my
I think
job.
that you're running a very thin professional responsibility line. I don't think you have cover at this point in time. I think you're blowing your coverage at this point.
What?
Because I do think that somebody told you some things that violate privilege.
What? Who's privilege?
Attorney-client privilege.
Who's privilege? Who's
I mean, but that's beside the point. At this point in time, we're not going to argue about that right now. I just need the way you purge your contempt is that you just tell me who told you this. I'm not asking you what was said. But you're indicating what was said.
Yes.
I want to know who told it to you.
And I'm making it based upon
two
information.
separate
But
subjects?
I need to know who it is because
Why?
that's critical for the court taking remedial steps at this point in time.
You're holding me in contempt.
No. Yeah, I'm holding you in contempt because you won't tell me who.
How could something, I'm not trying to be obstruction, but how could something be attorney-client privilege if happened before the court?
Well, because if somebody's a represented party and they disclose the information that to you all as parties in this case, that could be a problem. That could be a problem.
We don't know what happened.
I mean, like I said, I don't know what was said to you. I don't.
I'm trying to get out. What was
That's improper at this point in time.
What?
Because you are telling the court conversations that you are privy to in my chambers that I know you weren't present.
But the court was
What?
present. That's what I'm trying to say.
That doesn't make a difference,
What?
but you got information that you shouldn't have had.
No, he said, I know you had a
And then you turn
meeting.
around and you say, well, the court did something wrong.
You did.
And that we should be entitled to have the transcript. You all have contorted and perverted that particular process. You really have.
What I said was it is a material part of the trial.
It's not, well,
Has a right to be at, and I'd like to exercise.
What?
It would be just like if you all in the past have had ex parte conversations with the court. And I won't say about for what. You and Mr. Adams and others. That is your right, and that little period or that little conclave of discussion with the court protects you and protects the system. It's recorded and taken down, so if it needs to be reviewed later, it gets reviewed. But you have made something out of it that where I'm kind of at a disadvantage at this point in time. So because I didn't invite you into that particular proceeding, and I don't think you have the right to be there.
Well, all I know is what I told you, and there's more.
I'm not going to continue to discuss this because.
Oh, am I losing my internet, guys? I stay losing my internet at this time of day. Of course. Oh, it's because it's about to rain. Guys, ugh. I hope you all could see me. Ex parte is a Latin term meaning literally from, out of, the party, faction of.
The transcript is what the transcript is, and it will say what it reflects. It really will. And the court will stand by that. But the other conversations that you may be privy to or may have been disclosed to you, they're troubling. They are. That's why I've got to find out who it is that disclosed that information. So you have the keys to your own contempt. I don't want to hold you in contempt, sir. I don't.
Response is
I'm not asking you to tell me what was said between the two of you.
Oh, guys, I got friends texting me about it.
Who told you? So, if you're willing to tell me that, that's fine. That will purge your contempt. If you don't want to, then I'll unfortunately have to look at and waiting to get that information.
Yeah, you have to
So
do
you
it on
can
your
let
own,
me know.
Judge. Oh, hell no. I ain't telling you. Keep me in contempt. I don't care. The judge has a whole meeting with the court reporter. He has a
In
record.
terms of what, sir?
I suppose contempt.
It's criminal contempt.
Yeah, not civil.
It's sua sponte criminal contempt, sir. You don't get to appeal from this.
Yes, he.
You will go into custody at 5 o'clock today or whenever we finish if you don't tell me what that is. Tell me who that is.
Then I
This
guess
is
I'm going to
criminal
custody.
contempt. I have asked you a question related to this particular proceedings, and if you don't tell me, then you'll suffer the consequences of that. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not looking to hold you in contempt. I really am. I'm not. But this is that important.
Yeah, it is that important, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So you got think about it. All right.
And I just, last thing, going forward,
I love Steele.
because I believe that we're entitled to these information, especially with this witness.
All right, sir. I'll note your objection. It'll be a continuing objection for the time being. And I may make some other remedies depending upon what information I find later. Okay? All right.
Our Brady demand for any Brady material
Yes, sir.
that came out from any conversations with Mr. Copeland, between Mr. Copeland and the district
Yes, sir.
attorney's office this morning.
All right. Seminar jurors, please.
Okay, penalties for criminal contempt in Georgia include
Yeah,
a
bring
fine
them up,
up to
please.
500, up to 20 days in jail, indefinite confinement if they refuse to pay alimony, impact on future job opportunities, it's only going to help him, impact on housing opportunities, it's only going to help Steele. So it's $500 or 20 days in jail if it's truly criminal contempt, truly. But it's interesting to me that Ms. Love is talking about her meeting with the judge and Woody and calling Woody's civil contempt. So with Woody it's civil contempt, but with Steele it's criminal? That seems weird. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes back. Here he comes back. In that Fulton County Blue, y'all. Fulton County Blue. I'm going to get to all your comments and everything at the next break, guys. I really will get to all of the comments, but I want to make sure we don't miss any. Woody has just been hilarious today, too. I've been cracking up.
Seminar jurors, please.
Look at Glanville, he's so irritated. Yeah, Alexis, I heard that Woody is the actual criminal. Thank you to everyone here right now. I'm Lauren Cadillac. I'm an attorney in Dallas, Texas. I'm a courtroom attorney. I am not a criminal defense attorney, but I have become obsessed with this trial. I came into it because of the First Amendment. This morning, the judge spent 3 hours, with the jury waiting, by the way, in a meeting with him and his court reporter, with this witness, Woody, and witness's lawyer. And the reason that's an issue is because Woody is, he had been on the record, he had been sworn in on Friday, so he is an active witness. And the judge is now having an ex parte, that's a meeting without all of the parties, with Woody. And don't forget, had this jury waiting for several hours this morning so that he could have this meeting. And Matthews pointed out, on Friday when we left, Woody said he wasn't going to testify. But now he goes and has this 3-hour meeting with you behind closed door, Judge, and all of a sudden, he's testifying. Now, is he really testifying?
All right, thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
And yes, the judge will not release the transcript because he figures,
Right,
it'll be
Michelle,
taken up
now.
on appeal.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? When we left after court, I'm going to approach you with some items. Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may have shown those to counsel already.
Yes, these are what they saw right before we took lunch. Mr. Copeland, I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 350Y, 351Y, 342 Yankee, and 356 Yankee. Can you take a moment and look at those pictures?
Oh, sorry, Woodier. Dwan thinks Woody contacted someone and told him to tell Steele. I don't think it's that hard to recognize when
please look at
the
those
prosecution and the judge are missing and everyone else is here.
Yes.
That they're off talking privately. Don't need a whole informant to figure that shit out. A guest start. Steele is now being held in contempt because he won't tell the judge who told him about this meeting. He won't tell him how he learned about the meeting. So, Steele could have just put 2 and 2 together. He's being held in contempt for that. Yes, Bree, this shit is outrageous and they do need a judge. Hey, King Sellas, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the $20 super stamp. I appreciate it. Steele is not facing contempt. He is in contempt right now. Because he won't tell the judge.
Tell me if you recognize individual State's Exhibit 350 Yankee.
Who told him was in the meeting this morning. Look, I don't really see Woody participating here.
I recognize myself.
Okay. Do you recognize anybody else in 350 Yankee?
Myself.
Do you recognize anyone else in 350 Yankee?
Their faces covered up.
Okay, do you see someone's face who's not covered up in 359?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recognize who that person is?
No, King Silas,
I
this
can
is not
hardly
normal.
tell.
Okay. Is that Shannon Jackson? Your Honor, at this
Yeah,
point,
that was
I'm
Lenny.
turning to impeach.
No, you're not.
Overrule, sir.
I'm also going to object to altered photo.
Your Honor, it's based upon the court's previous rulings.
Not based upon it's not.
Let me see it. Can I see it, please?
We're going to discuss this.
So Bree Steele is out during the trial. He's going to be in the courtroom. But it sounds like Steele might be spending some nights in the jail. And Steele ain't going to give up this information. He's not going to tell him who. He doesn't have to tell the judge who. He doesn't owe the judge who. Okay? And if the judge puts him in contempt like this, Steele has some mechanisms. There are mechanisms to deal with this.
It's 350 been admitted already.
King Sellers, you're late to not liking this judge. Most of them have not. Most of us have not been liking him for quite a while.
It's not been admitted. So. Okay. All right. Do you have any further objections, sir? What's your objection, Jeff? No, that's not an objection. What's the basis for your objection, sir? Do you have an objection as to the photo itself? Huh?
Not as evidence, Roberts, that photograph.
Sure, what Mr. Shard is calling altered. The only thing that has changed is based upon previous objections.
Y'all want to come up?
Yeah, please. By the way, I really like Hilton's outfit today. I like that jacket. I love navy. Okay, someone says Woody is Thug's first cousin, so he is not going to tell on his cousin. I would sure hope not. Oh, today has been a cluster cost, you guys. Shit. All right, so let me go through these comments while they have their sidebar over here. Oh wow, is YSL Grandpa allowed to talk to the judge again? I have never heard of a judge meeting with one set of the parties and not the other. I have never seen such behavior. Like, this is extraordinary to me. I can't believe Glanville would even have a meeting, entertain a meeting like that. That doesn't even make sense. It's, I don't know. Anne said vote Fannie out of office. Well, guess what? I heard that she just won her primary. Oh, I think there's some kind of fire going on over there. It's been going for a while. I think it's like a real fire. Sorry, guys, there's a fire just outside of my window. Okay, so Steele is back in the courtroom, but he's allegedly going to have to go to jail at night. Larry Carter, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Today has been crazy. I'm sorry, I was doing my job, you guys. I was in a deposition. Luckily, it ended a little early, so I turned this back on. I saw the comments. I went, oh my God, this is crazy. It is legal for the court to hold people in contempt. Like, almost everything is legal until someone says it isn't, in a way, right? Well, not everything. Lots of stuff's illegal on paper. But the behavior of the judge is perfectly legal. He's allowed to run and manage his courtroom. Contempt is an available option to him. Is holding someone in contempt because they won't leak their informant to you, like, reasonable? I don't think so. But certainly legal. Nakayas, I do not think, well, I don't know. I think, on the one hand, I'm like, this case is going to get thrown out before August 13th, before I make it to Atlanta, before I get to see this jury, before I get to meet these lawyers. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know, this case is going to go for 850,000 years. Who knows? It's hard to say, y'all. But I will be in Atlanta on August 13th. I'm going to have a meet and greet that evening. We're going to watch court together. I'll be there on the 14th, and I hope to see you there. Sandra, I'm glad you're here. Datpod, I can't believe what's going on either. Y'all, I'm going through like old messages, so don't get mad at me. Did y'all see Steele when he took his jacket off, though? I said, oh, okay, Brian. Looking pretty good. He's in his late 50s. No belly, nothing. Nick Poole says, Caddy, do you think the judge is in trouble? No.
What I'm now going to mark as 342 Yankee Oscar or original. Mr. Shard, do you want to come and see these?
King Sellers, the defense is not putting on their case yet. I would argue that Steele does not need to answer this question, and the judge can hold him in convent. That's fine. Substantive Ayana is a word we use a lot in the legal community. Toothless Tiger asks if a person outside of Georgia can file misconduct complaints. I'm not 100% sure if well, first of all, you can, of course, anyone can. Whether or not they'll be actually taken seriously or taken into account, that I really don't know. But after today, I'm almost at the point where I might send a letter to the state bar and the judicial conduct. I mean, Glanville's behavior today, after... He said, it's ex parte, but what concerns me is that you know about it. What the fuck? That's like, well, yeah, I killed that person, but what concerns me is that I got caught. Like, what? Not a good look, Glanville.
Hold on, now I'm going to show you what's going to be 356 Yankee Oscar, 342 Yankee Oscar, 350 Yankee Oscar, and 351. Are those the same pictures that you just looked at? I'm sorry. You shake your head. You just got to say yes or no for the record for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we were at 342 Yankee, right? We were at 350 Yankee. Besides yourself, just tell me everybody else you recognize in 350 Yankee.
Y'all, they can't just walk out of that courtroom. They have to stay there and do their job.
Besides yourself, tell me everyone else you recognize in 350 Yankee.
But you might name the people that's in the photo?
Yes, sir.
Me, Shannon, DB.
Do you know the fourth person?
I can't really tell their face.
Okay. Does that appear to be a fair, accurate depiction? So does that look like you, Shannon, and DB back in 2014? 2013, excuse me.
Wait.
I'll sustain the objection.
Whoa.
Does that have a date on when this picture was posted to Instagram on there?
What you mean?
Does it have a date down here? Can you see that?
I can't see that.
Okay. But does that look like the three of you, DB and Shannon? Does it look like y'all?
I just said yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 350 Yankee into evidence. 350 Yankee Oscar into evidence.
Any objection to state's 350 Yankee Oscar? Hearing none, it's admitted, may be published as just a bit.
Thank you. Now looking at 351 Yankee Oscar, do you recognize anybody in 351 Yankee Oscar?
Woody is going to be the best witness, I believe.
Who? Do you?
Wait.
Do you recognize anybody in 351 Yankee Oscar?
What you mean?
Do you recognize anybody in that picture?
Yeah, the same three.
Okay, so you, Shannon, DB?
Yeah.
All right. And does that look like the three of you back whenever you all took those pictures?
It's my first time seeing this picture.
Okay. But is that
really?
y'all in the picture? Yes. Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender 351 Yankee into evidence.
Any objection to state's 351, is it Yankee or Yankee Oscar?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yankee Oscar.
I would object. He said it's the first time we just saw it.
We're going to not publish that version. We're going to get it. We acknowledge what his objection is, and we have corrected it before we published it. Before we
You want to show it to him?
Yeah, you better show it to
if
me.
he can come over to Miss Knight.
I definitely would not believe anything these prosecutors say. So now the judge does not want to reveal his transcripts from the meeting he had. He doesn't want anyone to know, and he says, oh, it'll be taken up on appeal. But that's bullshit, because I should be able to do an interlocutory appeal right now on this contempt and your behavior. Queen Bee, I'd be so excited to meet you. I hope that all of you can meet me in August 13th. We're going to be at the courthouse, if there's still court. I mean, I don't know. After the last few days, I'm like, maybe something will change. Like, maybe the trial will end soon. I really don't know. Let's see. Chills, welcome. I will explain this in great detail on the breaks, and then again on Friday, of course, we'll have to spend ample time going over this again. Absolutely. See, Vamp, I don't think they should have to wait for the appeal. I think they should be able to file the appeal now on this meeting.
351 Yankee Oscar.
Any further objection to states 351 Yankee Oscar? All right, it's admitted, may be published as you see.
Next, Mr. Coleman, I want you to look at State's Exhibit 342 Yankee Oscar. Tell me if you recognize anybody State's Exhibit 342 Yankee Oscar.
Wait, this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dat Pot. I got a ticket that I could reschedule on purpose, girl. Believe
It's
that.
blurry.
Do you recognize anybody in there? Sure. Although blurry.
I can tell this me, but I can't really tell who the other people is.
When you say it's blurry, can you see anybody else on there, or you can't recognize no one?
No, I could see, but I can't really see their face like that.
I love him. He's so funny.
Looking at 356 Yankee Oscar. Do you recognize 356 Yankee Oscar?
It looked like me.
Is there anyone else in there that
He sounds surprised, doesn't he?
Most definitely me. I can't really tell who they did with me though.
Is that Shannon Jackson? Or Shannon Stillwell?
Nah, they dude got a mustache.
Okay, so is this your testimony that is not Shannon Jackson in this picture?
All I can say, I can recognize me, but I never seen their picture before, and I don't want to say that's him if it ain't him.
Okay.
My favorite part earlier today when he surveyed the whole courtroom, trying to find Shannon Stillwell.
351 Yankee Oscar.
Yes.
Yeah, Candace, they started late because they were being unethical. No doubt about that.
Now, first looking at 350 Yankee, are you able to tell us which one described by clothing? Where are you?
What you mean?
Which one of these individuals did you?
Which one on what?
Which point to you in that picture?
With the hat on.
Okay, there's three people with hats on. Which person are you with the hat on?
With the writing on my shirt.
Okay. What does the writing say?
You guys, he's so bad on.
DRC, third YRC.
What does DRC mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
DRC.
What does it stand for? Something?
Hi, Micah.
You asked me what it means. DRC.
Okay. Does DRC stand for something?
Hey, Bumpy.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. It doesn't stand for the robbing crew.
I'm not a rob.
Hold on.
Okay, that's fine. I'm asking you what is it?
Hold on. A sustained objection is to
What does YRC stand for?
YRC.
Yes.
This stuff don't have no meaning. This how I got this shirt.
Okay. That's your testimony today. That neither DRC or YRC mean anything.
That's how I got the shirt.
Literally what he said.
I understand that. I'm asking you, is this your testimony that DRC nor YRC mean anything?
I'll rule objection.
Is that your testimony? That doesn't mean anything.
I said this how I got the shirt. So the shirt didn't have no meaning to it.
Okay. Who else do you recognize in that picture?
He is trolling them, Tammy, and I just think it's hilarious. Xavier Steele is going to go to jail because he's not going to rat him
the
out.
jury did not see.
Oh,
so I need you.
my bad.
Okay. So which one is DB?
He died.
And I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me who he is in the picture, though?
What you mean?
Just tell the jury, what is he wearing in the picture?
I can't really see what he got on.
Is he the one in the green hat, or the one in the purple, or the one in the blue New York Yankees cap?
You said green?
Is he the one with the greenish hat?
I just didn't know the color.
Okay, so he's the one with the, like, behind you a little bit.
Standing behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said you recognize Shannon in this picture. Where's Shannon?
With the blue on.
With the blue hat on, the New York Yankees cap?
If that what it is, I guess.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Thank
putting
you.
the,
And are you able to
Georgia
see on there
rules.
the date of that picture, or is that blurry for you?
No, I can't see.
Of judicial
Okay.
conduct in the chat, in case any of you are interested.
Looking at that picture, can you tell me about how old you were in that picture?
You look like I was in elementary school.
He does look like
All
he's
right,
in
but
elementary
is it fair to
school.
say that it wasn't within the last 3 to 5 years?
Huh?
Was it within the last 3 to 5 years?
I've been in jail.
Okay, so it's fair to say it was before that.
No. Is that
I
him?
need you to answer for the record.
I've been in jail for the last 3 to 5 years.
Okay. So it was before that. This is yes or no.
I don't even know which one to say yes or no to.
Okay.
If I say yes, I'm saying yes to it.
The picture was before. The picture was before 3 to 4 years ago.
The picture when I was younger.
Okay. Next. Can
How
we
old are
please
you?
Publish
Grown.
State's Exhibit 351 Yankee Oscar.
I really like. If he's gonna end up in jail anyhow, he really has nothing to lose, right?
Now, I think before you said those were the same 3 people in 351 Yankee Oscar.
Oh, they look like little babies.
Is that you on the left with your hands up and you have on the shorts?
I'm standing to DB right,
Okay. So that's to my left?
I think.
All right. And then is that DB in the middle?
DB in the middle.
And is that Shannon to the right? Or to my right?
It looked like Shannon.
Okay. And again, about how old were you when you took this picture?
I don't know.
But it's fair to say that you were younger than you are today.
Say that again?
It's fair to say you were younger than you are today.
Yeah.
Do you think it was around the same time you took the other picture that we just looked at?
I can't say when.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I can't find a committee
Now,
for judicial conduct
we
in
spoke
Georgia.
about your relationship with Shannon. As your friendship developed, did you all share personal information with each other?
What you consider personal information?
Did you talk to
Oh,
him
yeah,
about
right,
your secrets? Did you confide in him about life, things that had happened?
Now, my seat go to the grave with me.
Mm-hmm. What do you think we
Were
are,
you
12-year-old
someone that you
girls?
consider him like a brother to you?
Still do.
You still do?
Sorry, guys. Your secrets. We're going to go to a slumber party and talk about
Now,
our secrets.
outside of you and Shannon, did you all have another friend that you spent a lot of time with?
That's leading.
Meaning,
Is there any other person that the two of you collectively spent time with?
it's my all 3 of us together.
Yes.
A lot of time together. I don't know about it.
Okay, is there someone that you spent time together with Shannon?
I spent time with Shannon with a lot of people.
Okay. Let me ask you this. You just said that Shannon, you still consider him like a brother to you. Is your relationship the same today as it was, say, back in those pictures?
Say that again.
Is your relationship the same with Shannon today as it was back when we were looking at those pictures?
No.
How has your relationship changed?
It's better.
It's better now? Why do you say it's better?
What you mean?
You say it's better?
I barely knew him.
And now I know him better. That's what I mean, lady.
Is your relationship with Shannon the same today as it was back in 2014?
I can recall 2014. I've been in jail so much.
Nobody can recall 2014. It was a whole decade ago.
Do you know someone by the name of Demekion Garlington?
Street name.
Little D.
Great name.
For sure.
Faux show. Faux show.
How do you know Little D?
I didn't birth him.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I almost birthed him.
I almost birthed him.
Yeah.
Tell the jury what do you mean by that?
I mean, he my son.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Do you know another person who's referenced as Little D?
What you mean?
Do you know someone who's called Little D from Cleveland?
Oh, I heard of him.
You heard of him. Okay, we'll talk about him.
I know,
Now,
Kevin. He took his jacket off. He was ready
The
to
Little
go.
D that she says like your son, is that what you said? How did you all first meet?
What you mean?
How did y'all meet? You say you like your
I
son.
don't know how we meet.
You don't know how y'all met?
Nah, I don't recall how me and him first meet.
Okay. How long have you known him? And if you're 32 now, just
I knew him a long time. I knew him longer than Shannon.
Okay. Did y'all grow up in the same neighborhood?
Okay.
Probably, but we never home.
How old do you think you were when you started hanging with Lil D?
I don't know.
If we're in 2024 now, did you start hanging with him when you were elementary school, middle school, or high school
I
age?
don't remember.
Don't.
I know when DB died, this when I took him in.
Do you remember what year DB died?
I don't remember when DB died.
Do you know what section of the city Demekion is from?
No, I do not.
How is that even relevant?
Did you all ever attend school together?
No, I can go
Like,
to school with my
did
son.
I ever attend school?
Well, how old is your son? How old is Demekion? If you 32, how old is he?
Oh no, we the jury. This is way better than a scripted show. Who could have thought this kind of drama would happen?
I don't know.
Is he close to aging for you?
What you mean?
Is he close in age to you?
Oh, Vamp, I hate the check mark
younger than
thing.
me. I don't know.
So you say Lil D is about 22 right now.
I don't know.
Why is she making him guess people's ages? Yes, and faster than most. What does this have to do with anything? Let's move along, Miss Hilton.
You said he's like your son. How often would you spend time with Lil D?
What you mean?
How often did you see Little D? Back in, say, 2014, 2015.
I used to see him around.
Okay. How often?
I can't say.
You can't say? All right. Did you speak with him over the phone? Did you speak with him on the phone?
Speak who over the phone?
Little D.
When?
At any time?
Yeah.
Since you've known him? How often would you speak with him on the phone?
Whenever I felt like it.
Okay. So was that every day? Was that once a week?
Whenever I felt like it.
Okay. So was that every day? Was that once a week?
Whole time.
And I understand until you answer the question, I'm going to have to ask you again. So was that every day? Was that weekly? Was that monthly? What was it?
I don't know.
I'll go back. In a week, how often would you see him?
What you mean? When are you talking about?
Back in about 2013, 2014. 2013 to 2015.
Well, yeah, he stayed with me.
Okay. When did y'all live together?
He didn't really stay with me, but he stayed at my residence.
Okay. Were you staying at the residence at the same time?
But I was in jail, so.
Okay. So while you were in jail, he was living where you live. Prior to you going to jail, which you went to jail in 2015, is that fair?
I went to jail 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, stayed in at 2019.
Okay. When you went to jail before 2015, Were you in and out of jail?
When I went 20 way,
In 2012.
2012,
How long did you stay in jail?
I got
Thank
out
you, Scott, for the
2013.
199
Okay.
super chat.
Did you go back to jail in 2013?
I got out at the end of the year. I went back 2014.
All right. And then between 2014, did you get out of jail in 2014? Is that a yes?
Yeah, I got out.
And then did you go back to jail in 2015?
2014.
fire's
I
still
went to
going.
jail like a couple times 2014.
Okay. So you were in and out.
Right.
And then in 2015, did you go back into jail?
Yeah.
And is that where you spent the long duration?
I went to jail a couple times in 2015. But the last time I stayed until 2019.
Okay. And it was the last time that you went to jail in 2015, June of 2015.
That was the last time, yeah.
Okay. And so prior to June of 2015, you were in and out that year between January and June.
Right.
Okay. In the periods that you were not in jail, did you and Little D ever live with each other when you were not in jail?
In 2015?
We'll start in 2015, yes.
Nah, he ain't stayed with me in 2015.
In 2014, those times that you were not in jail, the Little D stayed.
Right.
And then what about 2013? The times that you were not in jail, did you and Little D reside with each other?
What you mean?
Did y'all stay with each other and did he stay at your home at any time in 2013 when you were not in jail?
I don't think he knows what
2013 when I started to get to know him.
Now, you said that he's kind of like your son.
He didn't
Did
say like
you
my
all
son.
share things with each other? I'm talking about conversations, personal conversations between you and him, and vice versa.
Not no secrets.
Yeah, I was just saying, are men really out here
But
like sharing
did you feel comfortable speaking to him?
together? I don't know.
You did not?
Nah.
Okay.
I didn't feel I didn't feel. I don't know what you mean. Like I didn't not feel comfortable. I didn't feel like some stuff we just don't talk about.
That's fair. Did you consider Little D like a brother? I know you call him your son, but did you consider him like a brother?
I consider him my son.
Not a brother,
Do
a
you
son.
recall
It's
ever
two different
telling
things. Miss Hilton.
Any detectives previously that he's like a brother to you?
I probably did. Ain't no telling.
Okay. Y'all permission to approach?
Have you shown that to the defense counsel already?
Yes. Well, no.
Yeah.
Just make sure you show it.
I will.
Yeah, most of these questions don't mean anything. I think they're just trying to build like a baseline of like he knows these people and how. Whitney, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. Whitney, you had a question for me and I totally spaced what it was. If you remember, write it again, please. I would love that. So, Coretta, I don't know if this questioning is necessarily off or if they're just trying to like build a foundation of like, you know these guys, here's how you know these guys, here's why you know these guys. I don't know. I have a hard time trusting anything the state does, you guys. You know I'm very, 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 very pro-person and anti-state. So, you know, I just have a hard time trusting anything that the prosecution is doing. And that is the case in any prosecution. I mean, I have a client who is a witness, and I'm going as his attorney to a trial where he's a witness, and I let the prosecution attorney know. It's a criminal trial, he's a witness too. I let the prosecuting attorney know, and she freaked out. Oh, I'm not used to witnesses being at cases, and freaked the fuck out. And it irritated the shit out of me because my client has a constitutional right to have an attorney, period. And that you would question me about that. I honestly, y'all, I thought about taking last week's Woody with his lawyer and sending that stupid hoe that clip and being like, witnesses have lawyers all the time. When they're not idiots, they have a lawyer. They're going in front of the government. Come on, guys. And the state will pull bullshit. We've seen the state pull bullshit. How are you going to go in front of the state and let them pull bullshit without a professional bullshit pulling stopper next to you?
Marked as State's Exhibit 358 Yankee and 380 Yankee. Starting with 358 Yankee, do you recognize anyone in State's Exhibit 358 Yankee?
Yeah, me and my son.
Okay. Is that the person that you've been referencing as Little D?
Yeah.
All right. And looking at 380 Yankee, do you recognize the individuals in Space Exhibit 380 Yankee?
Say what now?
Tell me who you recognize in 380 Yankee.
Oh. Me and Coco.
Who's Coco?
The ugly boy right here.
Okay. Do you see the person that you said is your son, little D, in that picture?
YSL Grandpa works with Shard.
The restaurant got their head down.
Okay. Your Honor, this time the state would like to tender State's exhibit.
And said this
380
witness is
Yankee
close friends
and
with
358
Shannon
Yankee
Stillwell,
into
Shard's
evidence.
client. YSL Grandpa and Shard are really interested in what this
You said
witness has to
380
say.
Yankee?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what else?
358 Yankee.
Facts over they feeling says lawyer and state attorneys are the same clubs, don't fall for BS. Incorrect. The state attorney shops at Kohl's. Okay. The defense attorneys shop at Neiman Marcus. All right. Not the same club. Not the same. They are not the same. Okay, good, Whitney. I think I did explain the meeting. I hope I answered that.
All right, 358 is admitted. Let me see 380, please.
And
I
still
can
won't
leave
tell
a
the
little
judge
more
the source.
foundation for 380 Yankees.
All right.
As far as the
He didn't
hearsay.
have to.
Okay, then go ahead.
It still's not a
Mr.
rat.
Copeland, have you previously had an Instagram account?
He's
Say that
YSL
again.
still
Have you
for a
had an
reason.
Instagram account?
Yeah.
And how many Instagram accounts have you had?
I don't know.
Okay. How many different names of Instagrams have you had?
2.
2. Okay. Has one of your accounts been 372 Woody?
I can't recall.
You can't recall.
And Pam,
Okay.
no, the jurors did
Are
not
you
see any of that.
Woody?
Just us, not the jurors.
That's what they call you, right?
For sure.
All right. And do you know any other Woody who hangs with you? Is there anybody else in your friend group that they call Woody?
Yeah.
Oh, how many other Woodies are there?
Jamie and the other one.
Okay. What's the other one's real name?
He died too. I don't know his real name. I think it's
The other
I know
one.
his name Bridges.
Looking at that picture, is the other Woody in that picture?
I can't tell because the other guys got their head down.
Okay, well just look and see if you see someone who looked like the other one, even with the heads down.
Can you show
So
me a clear picture?
the jury has not seen anything with Steele. They don't know he's being held in contempt. They don't know any of that.
Because he got his head down, he got his head down. My hand covering his face.
Let me ask you this, when did the other Woody pass away?
Right before I got the feds.
When you say right before, meaning that year, a few months? What do you mean?
I got it like September and
Like the judge is on
somebody
his
killed him
phone.
like probably, I don't know when, but they killed him before I got out.
Before you got out. Okay.
Y'all, I have an intern right now who was actually interning for the judge who was presiding over the jury trial I did last summer. And she told us that he just sits there and plays, I can't remember what video game, but some video game on his phone during the whole trial. And I'm not surprised. They really, you know, in a typical trial, a judge should be able to play their video game. Like the trial should pretty much go without much intervention from the judge.
All right. Looking at State's Exhibit 380 Yankee and looking at that picture with the 372 Woody, is that from your Instagram?
You talking about the one with all the people in it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is that from your Instagram?
I don't recall this Instagram. My Instagram is Woody versus Woody.
Is that your newest one?
Yeah, he is going to be on the stand
you
for
mean?
quite a
Is
while.
that the one that you currently have right now?
No, the one I currently have now is Woody_self-made.
Okay. So are you saying you don't know if that's your Instagram?
So he's had 3.
I don't recall this Instagram.
You don't recall that Instagram? Okay. You're right.
If it's mine or not, I don't know nothing about it.
But do you see yourself in this picture?
Which picture?
The picture that's posted on this.
Yeah, I'm sitting right there, ain't it?
All right. And right here, you can't tell if you see the other Woody.
I can't. I can see me and him real clear. Both of us got our heads up.
All right. Your Honor, again, state will still like to
Woody's
tell us
going to be the best, y'all. I'm so excited for this witness.
Let me see it, please.
Kayway, it was bad for the judge and the state to meet with the witness after he was sworn in, because the witness could give some kind of testimony, could have talked about the facts of the case, and it makes every single person in that room a fact witness. The judge is now a fact witness, the prosecution is now a fact witness, for all we know. And if y'all recall, there was the YNMLE, the prosecutor was found to be a fact witness. So that does happen. If the prosecutors get too involved, they can become fact witnesses. And no, Coretta, luckily the jury will never see any of that. They only see what's presented in front of them.
Roll approach, please.
Thank you for all the compliments, for everyone who thinks I'm beautiful. I really appreciate that. You're really helping my self-esteem today. Michael, welcome. I'm glad all of you are here while they're conferencing at the bench. My name is lcadilac, and I'm an attorney in Dallas, Texas. I do civil law. I mainly do real estate, which is highly litigious. So I am in courtrooms often, but on the civil side. This is, in fact, a criminal case, and this case got my attention because of the First Amendment right issues and the idea of using lyrics against someone in court. I started watching this, and it is just a train wreck of a trial. So it has been wonderful to watch. It has been the greatest drama of my life. It's better than any reality show I could have asked for. And that's how I came to join all of you. I, every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Central, do a live recap. If they have trial that morning, then we watch that together. Test Rob to impeach a witness means to catch them in an untruth, to show that they said something different in the past than they're saying now.
Published once it's admitted with the court's ruling.
Sure, any further objection to the state's
Bumpy, I don't think the jury's watching this at home. I think they're sick and tired of this shit on a daily basis. I highly doubt they're watching this. I really respect Mr. Steele too, Michael. That man
First one published 358 Yankee.
Pam, the jurors could watch it on the internet, but then they'd be breaking the rules, and I'm sure they're afraid the judge would throw them in jail for good reason, because he's held other jurors in contempt, I think. So.
And looking at 358 Yankee, can you tell the jury, tell the jury which of the two of you is little D, or who you call your son? Which one? The person to the left of you, right of you?
What you mean?
Is that little D to my right?
This little D in the picture with me.
Okay. And do you know about how long ago you took this picture?
Hey, Tawana. Hey, Connie.
And we keep saying little D or your son. Do you know his given name? His real name?
Nope.
Do you know his real first name?
You said Demikian Garlington.
Okay. And is that the person that you know is little D?
Asked and answered.
This
Jesus
little D right here in
Christ.
the picture with me.
And is that Demikian Garlington?
Yes.
This little D right here.
For the 8th time.
Garlington.
If this was his name, then yes.
Okay.
Oh
Now showing you 380 Yankee.
She's so annoying. It is absolutely a soap opera. The jury is only stopping themselves from watching my channel when they get home. But if you're watching, shut this off, juror. If you're a juror and you're watching me at home, shut it off. Don't be doing
now
that. Don't break
looking
the
at
rules.
380 Yankee, is that you sitting on the step in a white t-shirt and blue jeans and black and gray sneakers?
Yes.
Okay. And who's the other person you said that you knew in this picture?
The ugly boy right here.
Okay. And
ugly boy.
what is that? What is the individual that you pointed to? What's their name?
Coco.
All right. And in this picture, the person behind you with the 30 deep B. I think it's BITXH shirt on. Do you know who that is?
I can't recall who that is.
You cannot recall. Does that look like Demikian or Little D?
No, Kevin, Mr. Steele will not lose his license.
Does that look like little D?
The head cut off.
Okay. If you could, can you turn your chair around and look behind you?
He's fantastic. Look, he got up.
What about it?
Does that look like little D?
He can't just turn his head.
I guess.
Okay.
Oh my God,
Because
he's
someone you call your son, does it look like the person you know
I
to be your
can't see
son?
that far. I just told you that from the beginning.
Okay. All right. What, if anything, are you doing with your hands in this picture?
The Instagram is in the comments, but it's Cadillac Law PLLC.
No, nothing with my hand.
Okay.
It looks like he's
I want to
holding
go
his
back
cell phone
to
or something.
358 Yankee.
We, the jury, I am too. This is great. Amanda, I don't think they put steel in a sale. They just took him out of the courtroom. I think they put him back in like a holding
What, if
area.
anything, are you doing with your hands in 358 Yankee?
What you mean?
What, if anything, does what you're doing with your hands symbolize, if anything?
A bird.
Okay. Does it mean anything specific?
No, throwing up a bird.
Why are you throwing up a bird in this picture?
Because I'm from Mechanicsville.
Is that the symbol for Mechanicsville?
We represent a bird.
Okay. And then what about the Mikian? Are you familiar with the hand gesture that he used?
Say that
Everyone
again.
has
Are you
said that's a
familiar
bird
with the
so
hand
much.
gesture that the Mikian is using? And no,
Now, I don't know what that for to me.
you don't.
Yeah, Moments, the meeting is bad because it's not allowed. Because it's
How
against
is
the
your
law.
relationship with little D today?
Meaning?
Do y'all still have the same relationship that you had back in, say, 2015?
No, we don't.
How has it changed?
I wanted him to lie for me, and he wouldn't.
Okay.
It does look like
And
Woody's going back to jail tonight.
When was that?
He's still in chains right now.
Back
so.
in the day.
When you say back in the day, what do you mean?
Nicole, I think she's just trying to lay down like who people are, maybe.
When the police was accusing me for stuff, I went to Lil D and told him what I wanted him to tell the police, and he went to tell the police that, so I got mad at him.
Okay. And what year are we talking about that this occurred?
I don't know.
He said, I told him to lie to the police.
Are you
he
speaking
wouldn't do
about
it,
one
so I got mad at
specific
him.
occasion or just multiple times?
No, I'm talking about one specific occasion, however you pronounce it.
He can't. He pronounced occasion just fine.
And is your testimony that you have not been friends with him since that time?
Now, I have spoken with him, but our friendship ain't been the same.
When you think about your friendship with Demikian and your friendship with Shannon, at this point, who are you closer to, Shannon or Demikian?
Myself.
Okay.
Moments, we
But
have
outside
explained
those-
several
speaking
times why
specifically
the
about
meeting was
those two
bad. Feel free to
individuals,
rewind
between
and go back
Shannon
to the
and
beginning and
Demikian,
it's there.
at this point, who, if either of them, are you closer to?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
You and Demikian that's like your son, right?
Right?
And you said that the two of you, Your Honor, just trying to clarify for Mr. Copeland.
Mr. Steele was
You
put out of
consider
court but allowed back in.
Demikian like a son. Is that fair?
Now she's leading. We already know it's his son. He said it 8 times.
Who are you closer to today? Demikian, Shannon, or neither one of them?
God.
Okay. That's good that you're close to God, but I'm talking about Demikian, Shannon. Who are you closer to today? Demikian, Shannon,
He said
or
God.
none of them, or neither of them?
I guess neither. I don't know how to answer that.
Mm. God. Maddie, I would like it's been an hour now because this has just been a shit show today.
In 2013, 2014, 2015. That's the time frame we're talking about. How close was the relationship between you, Shannon, and Little D?
It was difficult.
You said it was difficult?
Right.
How was it difficult?
You just put 3 years together. So a lot happened within 3 years.
So let's first start with 2013. Describe for the jury your relationship with Demikian, Shannon, and Little D. Let's start with 2013. Tell the jury about your friendship and relationship with those two young men back.
As in what?
Were you three of you close? Were you not close? Tell the jury about your friendship.
Okay, Coretta, I'm with you. I can't remember 10 years ago. I could barely remember 4 hours ago, y'all.
Look, I took special ed classes. You got to talk to me in a way that I can understand.
Sure. Back in
Could someone translate that for
2013,
me?
were you friends with both Little D and Shannon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Cash, go
How
back.
close were the three of you back in 2013?
Moments and Cash, welcome.
I
Go back to the beginning of the stream. We talk all about the meeting and why it's so bad. You'll be able to figure it out by going back and watching.
again, my friend was killed. That's when I started embracing Little D.
All right.
In 2013.
When you started embracing Little D, were you and Shannon friends at that time?
Me and Shannon was friends, but me and Shannon was not together on the street as much as friends. We was not together a lot.
Okay. When did you, Little D, and Shannon start hanging together a lot?
20.
Did you, Shannon, and Little D hang out together?
Yes.
When did the three of you start hanging around each other?
The longest I've been out of jail was 2014.
Yeah, K-Wave. Woody is Tick 2.0,
To
and I
your
love
knowledge.
it. I'm here for it.
Did Little D and Shannon strike that?
Nelson, I
How did
recap at the
three
end of every
you
week.
all start hanging out together?
I don't know.
Did you introduce Little D to Shannon?
No.
Did you introduce Shannon to Little D?
No.
Okay. Did Little D and Shannon know each other before they knew you? Do you know if they knew each other before they knew you?
I don't know. I don't recall how it started. I just know I started embracing DB, Lil D after DB got killed. Lil D was more
Lonnie, free
DB
steel.
friend.
Free YSL Steel. I believe Steel should be able to appeal.
After DB passed,
This
you
contempt.
embraced Little D. Did the two of you start hanging out with Shannon after that?
I just said, how could I say this? Me and Shannon wasn't together in so long to be on the street. So I don't know when our three of us was able to get together. I just know at one point we used to go to the club together.
Did y'all do anything else besides go to the club together?
Yeah.
What?
Sure.
Y'all, you can say ran train or something. You can say something just awful and disgusting. So glad they're privately talking to the judge. That face he gave, though. Did you and Shannon do anything else together? Ooh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oh, man. This is amazing. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm Lauren Cadillac. I'm an attorney in Dallas, Texas. I do not do criminal defense, but I am in the courtroom. I do civil. I just am watching this trial with all of you, just as fascinated as you are, and sadly entertained. Joe, thank you for joining from South Africa. Yes, this is a real trial, and it is crazy. Smith, I never watched Power, so I don't know. This witness I find to be quite hilarious. Oh, yeah, Nelson, I'll recap today. I already recapped today earlier before you got here. Kind of, because we've been doing this live. but I'll recap on Friday. I can't stay all night, y'all. You know, like I need to eat and stuff. So I just hopped on because of the absolute craziness that was going on with YSL Steel. Now, you don't get the title YSL Steel by ratting out your sources. So why won't Steele give up the name? Because he's Steele. Because he's not going to do that. That's against his code of ethics. Someone gave him information. He's not going to give away his source. It's crazy to me, too, that the judge would try to force him to do that.
Did you all spend time at each other's homes?
No.
Okay. Did you all spend time at other people's houses together?
What you mean?
Like, did you all go to other people's houses and spend time at other people's houses together?
What does that matter?
We didn't spend time at people's houses, but we don't been, we go to people's houses.
Okay. You said you went to the club. Would you all go out to eat together?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Did the
Tampico,
three
thank
of
you for the
go,
$4.99.
On any vacations together?
No, we don't do vacations.
Okay. Did y'all ever take any trips out of town together?
Not
Did
that I
any of these
recall.
people vacation ever?
Were you familiar with any
What is the
of
judge doing over there? It looks like he's trying
Demetrius'
to give Nikki Hilton
family?
the
His
signal.
mom is
I know his
cousin.
mom.
Look at that.
What about Shannon? Did you know his grandmother or any of his other family members?
No, I didn't.
You have children. Did they have any type of relationship with your children, Little D or Shannon?
No.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
All right. What about you? Did you ever spend time? Let me back up. Did Little D have children?
Ain't no telling.
To your knowledge, does Little D have children?
Not to my knowledge.
All right. To your knowledge, does Shannon have children?
I think so.
Okay. Have you spent
Well,
time?
Shannon have children.
What does
Have you
them
spent
being
time with his
fathers?
children?
I have.
Okay. Have you taken them to birthday parties?
But
Objection,
my relationship with
irrelevant.
his children is not through him.
Okay. Who's it through? Their mother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Irrelevant. Objection. Who cares? Glory says gangs don't take time off. It's very bizarre. Oh, who said this? Genius. I'm seeing where they're going to start treating him as a hostile witness. I really think that that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to get him to be hostile so she could start doing cross-examination. Because as we already know, all of this prosecution would much prefer put words in their witnesses' mouth than allow their witnesses to speak out their testimony. So, let's see. I will be out there August 13th if there is a trial. I mean, I don't know. After the last few days, I really don't know if this is going to continue. Now, I don't know what remedies Steele has, if any. But it sounds like going to be sleeping in jail tonight. All that can happen to Steele by sleeping in jail is that Steele gets new clients. Like, the government, punishing him that way is only going to increase his business. It's only going to increase his business. Oh, Lonnie, I didn't know that the white guy was missing. I can't see him in this camera angle. I didn't notice. Glanville, always blowing his nose, always coughing. Why is he always sick? Oh yeah, the white guy is missing, Lonnie. You're right. I wonder what happened in that meeting. That's why the judge has to give up the transcript. For him to even hold on. If I'm the judge and there's this question that maybe I violated the law or the rules or something, I'm handing you the transcript. Take the damn transcript. You can see we didn't do anything that you needed to be there for, right? Like, the fact that he's hiding the transcript and he's punishing Steele for not revealing his source says a lot to me. That says a lot to me. A lot to me. Crazy. Mike, thanks for joining. Yeah, a couple people made comments talking about Steele is in contempt, so I hopped on as fast as I could. Thankfully, my deposition didn't take too long today, so just incredible what we've seen today, man. This is Yeah, I don't know. The white guy is missing, and he is always there. And they told him to get to court by 8:30, so presumably he was there. Oh, Lonnie, you said he left the instant? Interesting. Yeah, Camo Gang. Steele just went down as a real one. Like, anyone who gets picked up by the Popo in Atlanta are going to want Steele on their side, period, end of story. Shit, I'd hire an associate of his. If that's who's teaching you how to practice law, I will hire you, okay? Steele got up there and he held his own, and then they were going to arrest him. He took his jacket off and he marched up with his wife. I was like, damn. And he just stands behind it. He's not going to tell them who gave away the info.
Marcus States Exhibit 355 Yankee. $357 Yankee. $345 Yankee.
Amanda, it's his legal clerk. It's the dude in front of the judge is an actual licensed attorney.
Yankee.
He's not just a regular clerk. YouTuber 530, that's exactly my point. If you weren't
Yankee.
hiding something, you would hand over the transcript, period. It might take a week
374
for the court reporter to put it together, but I'm handing it
We're
to
going to
you.
start with 345 Yankee. Can you tell me if you recognize anybody in Stacy Exhibit 345 Yankee?
MNT Mom, the defense will ask Woody about the meeting. You better believe that. Okay, Jay, thank you for the subscribe. Thank you so much. Everyone who's here, make sure you're hitting like and subscribe. I appreciate you joining us.
Nobody in 345.
Do you see yourself in 345 Yankee?
The picture blurry. I can't recognize nobody in the picture.
Speak the truth. The judge's boss is the voters of Fulton County, and they have reelected him. So. Oh, Tavana, you think Glanville thinks the clerk told?
We'll come back to 345 Yankee. I'm
Well,
now
the clerk
showing
should
you
tell.
what's been marked as Stacy Exhibit 346 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize Exhibit 346 Yankee.
It's blurry as well.
Okay, so you can
Coretta.
see that. All right.
If my lawyer don't go to jail with me, I don't want him. I love it.
Looking at 355 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize the individuals in 355 Yankee.
I do.
How do you recognize the people in 355 Yankee?
Because it's me.
And who else? Is there anybody else that you know?
Shannon.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, indeed.
All right.
Thank you, John.
Your Honor, this time to stay with like 1060 to the 355 Yankee. and
Dylan,
Saturday.
rewind to the beginning of this video. You'll see what's going on today. JD, no, I don't think they can go around the judge. Well, they go to the court reporter, but if the judge tells the court reporter don't give him the
Now,
transcript,
in
they ain't
Exhibit
getting it.
357 Yankee, do you recognize anyone say Exhibit 357 Yankee?
I
Hi,
recognize
Paul from
myself.
Ireland.
Okay. Do you recognize anybody else?
It looked like D, but it blurry. I can't tell.
Okay. Anyone else?
Huh?
Anyone else?
Yeah. I can't tell who this here right there.
All right. We'll put that in the blurry pile. We'll get back to that.
So, Paul, there will be an appeal,
Next,
and it will be
359
overturned.
Yankee. Do you recognize
But it's
anyone
going
in
to take
359 Yankee?
decades.
Yep. Me, Shannon, D.
All right. Your Honor, this time to stay with like 1060 to the 359 Yankee.
Candace, she is responsible for her own record, and she could give it to them, but Glanville is her boss, and he could fire her. So
Thank you,
if she
Your
wants
Honor. And then
to
last,
keep
stay
her
to the
job, she's
374
probably going to
Yankee.
keep
Do you
that portion
recognize
of the
anyone
record.
374 Yankee?
No, it's blurry.
Okay, so that's in the blurry pile.
Oh yeah, Devin, they keep saying she because they think Woody's lawyer told them.
One moment.
I would argue Woody's lawyer has the duty to tell them. A1 Floss, thank you. Please hit subscribe. Everyone who's in the chat, make sure you hit like.
The laptop.
Okay, Arienda, another South African. I'm very excited to have South African viewers because I would love to come visit your country and like actually know people there. That would be wonderful. Speak the truth. The defense can report the judge, but the defense makes a living out of defending people in front of this judge. So if the defense reports the judge and that's successful, that could cause an issue for the defense's future clients. And I have talked about that in the previous videos. I've definitely talked about that in the past. Hey, Blue Quartz, welcome. Jose, that might be true, but probably not. Usually, you know, you get what you pay for, right? So if you're paying your lawyer for zealous, I mean, you get zealous advocacy no matter what, but you get what you pay for. So if you're paying a lot of money, just like Thug is here, then you get a lawyer that's willing to go to jail. Although, I gotta tell you, if I was in Steele's position, I too would be like, fine, hold me in contempt. That's that. I would call my family, I would make arrangements for my daughter, and I would just sleep in jail. Because I'm not revealing my source. That's bullshit. He doesn't owe that to the judge. Scott, he should say that's rapper boy.
First, things first. I want you to confirm. You see that says 345
To my dish?
Yes. Does that say 345
Devin, it was a man on Friday, but that man made it very clear that he would not be at
Yeah.
court on Monday because he was going to be on his vacation. So I believe he sent a woman in his stead.
It looked like it.
Have I just made it bigger for you?
You're welcome, Anthony. Thank you for
What
joining
about
us.
it?
Are you able now that it's bigger, able to identify the individuals that's in 345?
Mr. Fears, I don't think any of these people are going to have to find new jobs.
And what
This
you
kind of
estimate?
stuff happens every day.
Tell
And
me
I'm
recognize
learning
it.
that it happens a lot in Fulton County. So
No
I
bad.
think it's just going to keep going.
So you don't see yourself in here?
To my dish, in this
In
picture?
this picture, right?
This what me?
Does it look like you?
Fat She Life
I
says
ain't
he
never
thinks
seen
the
no picture
opposite told
before,
him.
so
Hi, Linda. Thank you.
Does it look like you?
yeah.
Okay. Do you see anybody else that you recognize?
Yeah, Corey, it does, when he says if they want, they can get it on appeal, it does make it sound like he thinks they're guilty, but it doesn't matter because the jury makes that decision, and also
think
that's
it
what
would be-
judges say.
Okay.
We'll
Does
take it
look
up on
like
appeal.
you?
That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes for the record?
Candace, that judge puts too many people in jail for you to disobey his order. His court reporter is not going to hand over that transcript.
No.
Even though she can find a new job, she ain't going to let Glanville put her in jail.
They look rich.
She didn't take an oath, a vow, to uphold the Constitution of Georgia and the United States. So,
Done.
Anyone else?
That's it.
You say not or not?
Who?
The person that said, what's the name?
when y'all ask me something,
Done.
can so-and-so do something?
Yeah.
Especially after you just saw them do
Yeah.
that, you already know the answer is yes, they
You're on
can.
this side of the state, like 10 to 6, is 345.
Any objection, stays 345.
A1, I've been watching this like the OJ as a kid as well. And it has been very interesting.
And I have a response to Kim.
I can't hear any of their objections. Now, mind you, it's 4:46 p.m., guys, and this jury has been there since 8:30 a.m., and they've seen maybe an hour of testimony. Like, how pissed are you going to be if you're a juror? If I was a juror, I'd be throwing a fit in the hallway. I'd be held in contempt behind this shit. So the judge can force you to turn over information with threat of contempt. But after you serve your contempt, they can't force you anymore. If you make it very clear that it's not coming out, then they can't force you. Now, I remember Aaron Hernandez, the football player, he, I think he murdered someone or something, and he hid the car in his, I want to say, cousin's garage. His cousin refused to testify against him, was held in contempt, and then the DA brought charges against her for obstruction of justice, and she went to jail for it and died of cancer in jail. And she said, I ain't ratting my cousin out. Hell no. Now, she's an OG. She's an OG, because I would have been like, Aaron's got some money, he can deal with it. I got cancer, I'm going to stay here with my children, please. Shit. Okay, wait, interlocutory. Now, I don't know if this could be an interlocutory appeal. If you guys go back to the appeal video, those typically are dispositive. So you do an interlocutory appeal on a dispositive ruling. Well, I guess this is dispositive in that it disposes of Steele from, the courtroom, but it's not a final judgment and it's not technically a dispositive ruling. So I don't even know if interlocutory appeal is available for them today and in this instances. Pancake Server, thank you. I'm glad that you're following and welcome to the club. Let's see. Higher Life Cannabis says they tried King Bong like this. I don't know about King Bong's trial, but I would not be surprised if it came out of Georgia. Alexis, the reason nobody is like talking on their mic is because they're really not used to having to. Like, the courtroom is set up so that we can stand and talk and everyone in the courtroom can hear us. So the courtrooms in Dallas, they all have mics, but like I forget to turn mine on sometimes, because I have a loud voice. I can just stand up and talk. And I think most lawyers, that's what they do. And so most of them aren't used to needing the mic system so that, all of YouTube can watch, right? And so I'm guessing they're just forgetting. Lee, I don't know if he will actually make Steele sleep in jail, but if he does, that will be a huge mistake for the government because Steele will get a ton of
All right,
business.
let's take 10 minutes and then we'll see where we are then. See where the day leads us. All rise.
Another break?
I got a headache.
Another fucking break? Another break? It's almost 5 p.m. there. It's 3:49, 4:49. Why would you take a 10-minute break right now? What the fuck is she saying to this man not on the record? Why is she talking to the witness? What is going on? Is this right here not evidence? Is this conversation not evidence? That they're meeting? The fuck did I just see? Hilton is over here chit-chatting with the fucking witness? Okay, here's the thing. When I was younger, I was abused. I had a very, 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 very difficult childhood. But one thing I learned really, really, really early is that if I was gonna lie, I would need to lie all the way. So if this Judge Glanville is gonna say, nah, shit happened in that meeting and I'm not gonna release the transcript, then sure as shit better be nobody acting out here like something happened. Shouldn't be Nikki Hilton over here talking to you like your friend. Y'all, this shit happens all across America all the time, by the way. This is not the only time, this kind of shit happens. But this is wild. Brandon says, why would the defense want a mistrial? That would mean they'd have to start over and give the prosecution a chance to regroup. Don't they have a solid shot at winning this? Yes, go back and watch my video, I think on hearsay. No, maybe appeals. And we discussed that extensively. So that's like 2 weeks ago we did the appeals video. Let's see. How can he serve until you tell me? So that's how contempt works. So Lonnie, the judge can't say you're in contempt until you tell me. And unless the law says otherwise, he can be held in contempt until he tells them. So crazy story. My dad, he had worked with this guy whose name I don't remember, who was Canadian. Okay, so let's just call him the Canadian, all right? And the Canadian was like the CEO of the sock company, and the Canadian brought my dad on as the CTO, okay? So the Canadian apparently took some seminar somewhere about this, tax loophole or something. And the Canadian was called in by a federal judge and asked to testify about this tax loophole seminar, business, whatever it was, right? Well, the Canadian, in very, very nice words, told the judge basically to fuck off, okay? And then the Canadian was bounced around for years between different federal courts while he was being held in contempt of court. For years in federal prison. He's back he's back in Canada now. But he was in contempt. He wouldn't tell the judge who the IRS like training video people were or whatever it was. And probably if his letter didn't say, you know, fuck you in like 800 words, like eloquently, if it maybe said, okay, I'll bring you the info, he wouldn't have gone to jail. But he spent his time in federal prison for years, floating around. I'd call my dad, hey, how's the Canadian? Oh, we think he's at this federal prison now. And they wouldn't even tell him where he was going. It was crazy. Contempt is crazy. Contempt is crazy. Norway. Of course I know where Norway is. And I have Danish family. I've not been to Norway, but maybe someday I'll get to go. If I'm honest, like visiting Europe isn't exactly like the top of my list of places to, like, I don't know. I kind of like places where my money is worth more when I go there. Okay, so hey Bulgaria, my gosh, we have a huge audience today. That's so exciting. Okay, so someone said that Steele's wife has already filed a notice of appeal, and I think that's great. That's kind of what I figured. I figured probably one of the first things he's going to do is call his wife. His wife is his law partner. And so his wife is his law partner, and she's in the office. I'm imagining she has this shit playing in the background, and when she saw it going down, she probably started opening the Word document to get into it. So, okay, so, oh, thank you, Julie. I think my kids got me these earrings one time, my son. My son is the best at choosing earrings for me. Okay, so Lonnie and everyone, I was just told he took a break because Woody again said he was going to take the 5th. Okay, there you go. Why would the defense, oh, so the defense wants a mistrial because they have to. That's part of their job. You have to ask for a mistrial, and then that's how you preserve the error for appeal. So go watch that appeal video. Clarence Terry. I would like, I'm sure people are advocating for Young Thug. I don't want anyone to think that I'm advocating for Young Thug or that I have any opinion on whether or not he's guilty or innocent based off of any information outside of the courtroom. I only know what I've seen in this courtroom because I couldn't give less of a fuck about Young Thug or his music, okay? Like, I don't listen to that kind of music. So I'm coming in here knowing nothing. I know only what is being presented to the jury. I know only what, you know, the lawyers have spoken about in the courtroom. So he may actually be a criminal, but here's the deal. It doesn't fucking matter. Our government wrote these rules. Our government wrote these rules. The least you can do is follow the fucking rules you wrote. You wrote the rules, you follow them. Those are rules for the government to follow. And when the government doesn't follow the rules, well, tough shit. We should be far more concerned that the government is violating our constitutional rights than we are. We should be far more concerned that the government follows the fucking rules and procedures that they fucking wrote. I don't care if he's innocent or not. I want to see the government do the job it's supposed to do. I want to see the Constitution that my family died to protect. All the veterans of my family died to protect. I want to see that upheld. Okay? So I don't care if he's a criminal. I never give a shit what the defendant did. I want the government to follow its own rules. Don't write a rule and then ignore it. They're always taking breaks, you guys. So now they're on breaks. I'm probably going to have to go during this break because it's almost 4 here. And if I don't leave at a reasonable hour, I will literally never make it home because 1 million people, not 1 million, I'm sorry, 6 million people moved to Dallas. And the traffic here is a nightmare. Okay, so I don't think Steele's wife is going to be able to get him out of jail tonight, but certainly she is going to file the appeal. As part of the appeal, the court reporter must provide that record, whether the judge wants her to or not. The court reporter will have to file that piece of the record as part of the appeal. Let's see. I don't know the First Day Out song. Maybe I should listen to it. I really don't like, I'm sorry guys, but I just don't like his music. I don't like it when they use words mainly. Brandon, the defense has been calling things out, but the judge is just, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Okay, so this guy, so Woody's decided he was going to take the 5th, and I think that's why we ended up on going on break. Because of course now we have to have a go have another ex parte conversation about it. Go break more laws. Jesus Christ. Ty, I'm sorry about the volume. I have a new computer and Belinda's setting it up. I was not planning to go live today. I was planning to come on Friday with my new equipment, my new phone, or my new camera, and a mic that worked better and all that shit, but we popped on real fast, so the sound isn't great. I'm sorry. I also have like 800 fans on because it's hot. I'm sorry. Yeah, this case is a mess. Yeah, so I guess he's about to take the 5th, and I'm cool with that. Minister fears apparently this judge doesn't care about any rules of ethics at all. Let's see. He said he had a headache, so he said he goes out with Miss. I don't remember him saying that. I know he said he knew Miss Love and Miss Hilton and they would never break any rules. Okay, Gloria, I missed what he said. He was going to take the 5th. So the Bulgarian police are incompetent and make shit up too? Is that what you're saying, King Chill? You might not be allowed to say that, so I don't want you to. I can talk shit about my government because I live in America and I have a First Amendment right to freely talk shit. And in fact, I think it's my duty as an American to question my government at every turn, And if you're truly a patriot and you really love your country, you will not just accept what your government says is truth. Okay. Thank you everyone who's here. There's so many people here today. I'm just so excited. Thank you so much. And I hope that all of you return on Friday when I do my 10:30 recap of the week, which I'll probably keep this for the last part because it's so dramatic and I just love it. What about when he said he got mad at D? I know, I just said that. Like, it's crazy. He just said to them, I asked him to lie to the police, but he wouldn't, so I got mad at him. Okay, it appears the appeal has already been filed. Damn, his wife is fast. Shit. YSL Mrs. Steele. Holy crap. That was fast. That would not go that quickly here at Cadillac Law because I'm the only lawyer. So I call my intern like, oh my God, write an appeal. Crazy. Steele's wife already, oh, she filed the notice of appeal. Okay. The notice of appeal is really easy to write. I'm really glad she did that. She really needed to do that. It's disgusting. Would the state normally go on with a hostile witness? So Escobar, a hostile witness, they'll go on as long as they want. But when you have a hostile witness, that means instead of asking direct and open questions, which is what you usually do on direct examination, you would be able to lead the witness. So you tell them things like, the sky is blue, isn't it? Instead of being like, what color was the sky that day? You know, and this group of DAs, I hope the sound is helping. This group of DAs would much prefer to cross-examine their witnesses. I think they didn't prepare any of their witnesses, is my guess. Can Steele get an obstruction charge? Maybe. I think that would be really fucking stupid, though. I think that would be really fucking stupid if the DA charged him with obstruction, because that's going to bring a lot of the DA's misbehavior up to the surface. I wouldn't do that. We have this clean hand doctrine, okay? That means if you want to complain about someone, come with clean hands. Make sure they're not going to be able to complain equally about you. State sure shit can't do that. Sure shit cannot do that in this case. So I would not. I doubt they would prosecute him or press charges against him. JR, I don't know what the source revealed. We don't even know if there is a fucking source. The judge, Steele said, upon information and belief, this, and this happened, and the judge just decided that that meant that somebody told Steele. Which I think, in my mind, shows a little bit of guilt on the judge's part, right? Because if he wasn't guilty, he wouldn't have all these assumptions and shit. He would start to maybe ask questions. High Value says, I'm about to take the 5th. Listen, last week when they asked him his age, he said grown. You know that's sick. Anyone ask me how old I am ever again, I'm grown. Well, what's that mean? I'm an adult. Done. You don't get to know my age. Grown. Pay my own damn bills. Raven, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate everyone that's here, everyone that's liked and subscribed. Thank you so much. Judge and state holding ex parte meetings with the witness. Exactly, Matt. Fucking wild. And then to act like they shouldn't have to hand over information about that, especially when the judge, every time anyone's talking about the prosecution, the judge keeps saying we this, we that. Are you part of the prosecution? Philip from Norway, welcome. Let's see. Kim Bella says the DA looks stupid. It's pretty typical. Gangbang witness, the weasel tax of defense. Guilty client is what's like. No, Hugh, you got that completely incorrect, and those are very incredibly un-American statements. So I hope that you are not in the United States, because you are wrong in a very bad way. See, what's going to happen when you have thoughts and ideals like that, that the government is just correct and nobody deserves a fair trial, then what's going to happen is you're going to get prosecuted on some shit you didn't do, and you're going to go to jail eternally and be completely fucked. And do you want that? I don't think so. So we, as a society, want to have a fair defense. We don't want to allow people like Miss Love to just come after us willy-fucking-nilly, making shit up, just deciding they don't like us, and putting a target on our back. That is un-American. Hey, Sneaker from Michigan. Yes, Aha, the case is so weak. Ashley Merchant, I don't know who that is. What he said, he's taking they brought another witness on the stand to get him clown. Oh, Kanisha says Love asked for the ex parte on camera on Friday. I don't remember that, but that is very interesting. Replay Friday's live. Okay, I'll go look at, not right now, but I'll go do that tonight. Why are you worried about his case then? No, Fat Man, I have said several times, and feel free please to rewind the video. I'm interested in this case because the government is going to use art, lyrics, against an artist. And that is a very, very important free speech violation that I'm going to tune into and I'm going to follow. Black Clark, what do I think about them? Go ahead and rewind. It's unbelievable. I can't believe they met. I cannot believe that they met. I love it. Just rewind it. You can figure out what happened, okay? Yeah, this case is wild. You know, there's gonna be times where prosecutions have a lot of unwilling witnesses, right? Like, that happens all the time. But this is just, like, next level shit, man. Next level. Let's see. Do you think a higher level judge can intervene? No. The next higher level, and go watch my appeals video, please. We discussed this. The next higher level is the appeals. So there's no way, there's no boss there's no one to go be like, hey, Glanville's an asshole. Now, I did put some links in the comments for the Commission for Judicial Review in Georgia. And I did put a link to make a bar complaint against an attorney in Georgia. But that's all we got, guys. Oh, Woody said he had a headache? Okay, Nick, I don't know what Blue Flames or Magic City is, but feel free to join us on August 13th at our meet and greet in Atlanta. Escobar, thank you. I couldn't help but make that trade joke. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Okay, let's see. Jay Sanders said the judge had to poop. Yeah, you needed a snack or something. Guidance, I do think an appeal will be granted, and if you would like to know what happens after that, please feel free to watch my appeals video. Yes, Tyrese, I do believe that Mr. Steele will be sleeping in jail tonight. That is my understanding. Who the hell is Ashley Merchant? Who is Ashley? I'm going to Google this. The second person talking about her. Who is this? Oh, she's a defense lawyer? Oh, she's Trump's defense lawyer. Oh, that would be amazing if she came in and defended Steele. Holy shit, I would absolutely love that. I would love every bit of that. Oh, shit. Let's see. I don't know if he said headache or fifth. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear either of those. I really don't know. Tyrese, the way Glanville became elected into judge, first he became a lawyer. And I did a video about this. We talked about what judges have to do in Georgia. First he became a lawyer, then he practiced for 7 years, then he ran for office. It's literally becoming judge is a popularity contest. Miguel, I hope the judge will be investigated. I don't know, but I hope. No, Brian Steele is not going to lose his license over this. Absolutely not. A license is a property right. You remember, I do real estate, right? I do property. So a license is a property right. They have to, the government has to go through all these hoops and shit. No, Steele is doing his job. He's not going to lose his license. And Glanville's not going to lose his judgeship. That's it. Let's see. Okay, good. Okay, so Brooks says the wife filed the notice of appeal and Ashley Merchant is there to represent Steele. I think that's hilarious. I love that. Blue Quartz says Glanville teaches at Georgia State, and I agree, I would not want him to be my professor. I had a professor kind of like him. He was fucking terrible. And I went to the man and I went back and I said, I want my money back. You had me memorizing something I could have memorized without having to come to law school. Give me my money. You taught me nothing. I still hate that man to this day. His name's Andre Hampton. He's a piece of shit, and I want my money back. Sorry, guys. Listen, Steele's wife not just wants her man back, but the poor lady has been hearing about this shit every day. She is part of his firm. She's an attorney too. She's sick of this shit. She's sick of Glanville's shit. She wants her husband back. Yes, Whitney, they are a power couple. Y'all should go check out their website. Check out Steele's website. All right, let's see. Do you think the attitude of Miss Love would be tolerated in federal court? Absolutely the fuck not. No. None of this bullshit would ever happen in a federal court. No. Go to my video that has Young Thug and Diddy on the cover, and I talk very much about state versus federal. Yeah. So let's see. Don't get me wrong. I was trying twice. Premeditated murder. Is it acquitted on a second trial? So I get it. Content. Well, we're bashing Glanville because he's doing a shitty job. He's awful. Awful. Nicole says, if I was a juror, I'd want to know why he had a prison outfit, yet regular clothes on Friday. That's a good point. I think the jurors are definitely going to see that and notice that. Especially now he's coming in chains. Like, he's still chained. It's ridiculous. Oh, apparently all of Steele's attorneys are present now in court. That's exciting. Dreamcatcher, I will summarize on Friday at 10 a.m. Central. Esquire, yes, the judge and state would have never said shit about that ex-party meeting. And the judge is only mad that it got found out. The judge is only mad that he thinks someone ratted. He's not mad like, oh, I did something. No, it's really disgusting. And see, I don't think the judge is going to get his license taken away either. The jury is going to find them not guilty. I agree. This case there's no beyond a reasonable doubt worth of evidence demonstrated yet. Hi, Teresa. Thank you. I'm glad you like how I say it. No, the DA, Lonnie, is not the biggest and only legalized games. The entire government. Look at the FDA, guys. Do you know how the FDA operates? They're basically the mafia. They are a government-owned, government-operated mafia. If you want your drugs to pass, you give us money, then your drugs pass. Tell me how that's not a mafia. I don't know. Colette Steele successfully beat a federal RICO. Can you talk about the notice of appeal for being held in contempt meeting? Yeah, so Ayana, she just filed a notice of appeal. That just puts everybody on notice that they intend to appeal the judge's ruling. They're saying 20 oh wow, 20 lawyers walked in for Steele. Ooh, I can't wait. Ooh, 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 I love it. Jay, thank you. I like the comments. Y'all have a lot of interesting things. I wouldn't know what to talk about if you didn't ask me these interesting questions. Could the events of this trial affect the judges? Well, this judge, as far as I'm concerned, has no ability to be impartial. I have yet to see him be impartial. So, people are living in the hood, the streets, talk different, think different, put a value on things. Jose, I used to live in the hood, so thank you for that. I'm still going to stand behind that damn Constitution, and I want that Constitution applied to everybody in the hood. You are innocent until proven guilty in this country. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. Okay? Just because public opinion thinks this, it doesn't matter. You are innocent until proven guilty. There are 6 innocent men in there defending their innocence. They are innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, guys. And I've talked about what that standard is. It's not as willy-nilly as many people think it is. Columbus, I didn't hear him say that. I don't know. I don't know. Yes, I think the Teresa, the judge, was wrong, but you know, the judge, he's in his own head. Brandon, yes, Glanville was a veteran. He's still a veteran. He's still in Veterans Court, and yet he goes to work and shits on the fucking Constitution he risked his life to save, and the freedoms that he risked his life for us to have. Isn't that ironic? It's kind of fucked up, isn't it? How could you devote your life to our country and then shit on its Constitution, the thing that makes us a country? Cool. Oh, Brooks said he took a break because the lawyers started piling in. I imagine he took a break because he had to pee. Yeah, so Toothless, she asked for the ex parte when he asked the judge to take up a private meeting in chambers off the record about his not being available Monday. She did not ask for an ex parte with Woody. She asked to discuss the dude's availability. That's crazy. That's crazy. Coretta, no, they will not. I don't think they'll take the cameras out of the court. If they did that, that's a sure sign that the judge is really fucking up. Okay. Ty says Woody clearly says I'm about to take the 5th. And maybe that's why she's over and talking to him. Oh, Blue Flame and Magic City are strip clubs. Which is the strip club that 2 Chainz owns that he recently bought in Atlanta? Because that might be our after party. Okay, because I love me some 2 Chainz. I don't love hip hop, but I love me some 2 Chainz, y'all. Oh my god, 2 Chainz! Okay, a group of lawyers are outside the courthouse protesting. Ashley is not on the defense witness list, so she doesn't need to be if she's going to be Brian Steele's lawyer. She's not a witness. Lawyer going to jail. Ashley's amazing. Oh, Wisdom, I did go live and I'm here, and I'm glad you're here too. Steele said he'd die fighting for Thug, and Thug teared up. That's so beautiful. That's how he became YSL Steele, guys. Like, he really believes in the Constitution. He really does. He truly does. And it's beautiful. I love watching him practice. I love him getting up there and making arguments. I love it. Vamp said he'd be a great professor because you'd have comfort breaks all day. I mean, if you ever even had to go to class, right? Oh, shit. Okay, Merchant is Michael Roman's lawyer. I don't know who Michael Roman is. You know I don't pay attention to Donald Trump. I do not give a single fuck about Donald Trump. I don't pay any attention. 20 lawyers for YSL Steele. Casey said... did he say that? Is that what he said? Is that why Hilton sat there to try to talk to him, like, late? It was ridiculous. So half of us heard him say headache. The other thought it was take the 5th. Who knows? Miguel, yeah, this trial is going to continue for a fucking eternity, bro. For an eternity. D, I got this dress, I'm going to say, at either Macy's on sale a few years ago or Nordstrom Rack, because that's pretty much the 2 places I shop. It's pretty easy. Oh, maybe Aunt Taylor, but this is definitely from a department store. Kobe's, I know at least 2 of Steele's cases in front of Glanville have been turned over. Rose, the judge's contract, yes, judges are not supposed to have ex parte conversations, which is why it's weird how the judge responded as being upset with Steele for knowing, right? Like, it's crazy. It's ex parte. Like that's okay. Like, oh, okay, judge. Oh. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, Candyland is what this is called. Did he buy Magic City? No, Tavanda, you gotta stay so we could go to Candyland or whatever 2 Chainz' strip club is called. I've seen it on 2 Chainz' social media. I did go see live Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. That's such a great album, y'all. 2 Chainz is out of Atlanta too, right? Yeah? Maybe I should hit him up. Hey, I'm gonna be in town. Your fellow Virgo. Oh, okay, what he said, the headache and the 5th. Okay, fair. Roderick said Shard looked like he took a talcum X with the glasses and black suit. Well, Shard said last week that he was drinking ginger ale for his upset stomach. I'm guessing that he started to drink, what is that, like that Malax or whatever it is. That was crazy. Coretta, I don't know how many more DA witnesses are left. I think it's like at least 40 or so, but I don't know. A1, I'm so glad you took the time to check us out too. Oh, he said he had a headache and he might plead the 5th. Okay. Ex parte conversations are not allowed, y'all. Judges can't have ex parte conversations. This is not how this works. You're not allowed to have conversations with litigants, with parties and their attorneys outside the presence of all the parties and all the attorneys. You know, so if you have a lawsuit, let's say I have a lawsuit and I'm suing like 3 parties, right? I have lots of these. I'll sue 3, 4 parties. And the judge needs to meet with me and another one of the parties, but not the other 2, maybe only one. The judge is going to have to tell the other 2 about the meeting, and the other 2 are going to come to the meeting. I mean, I have hearings where multiple parties and only 2 of the people, or 2 of the parties are at the hearing, or need to be, but the other parties who aren't involved in the hearing, they still show up. Because you have to. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Still found out about the secret meeting. Do you think it will be overturned at appeals court? Yeah. Miss Love, she fucked up at like the very opening. Like, I'm not afraid. I have no beliefs that this is going to be kept on without, you know, the appeals court overruling it. But I don't know. Then it might just be remanded and just have to redo the whole trial again. And really the DA would have to decide if they even want to prosecute it. I don't think it's worth it at this point. They spent so much fucking money. And they would have to spend so much more money in order to prosecute it again. It just doesn't even make sense. All right, guys. Let's see. We're winding down. It's 4:21. I do need to get in my car. My commute is going on. They're still on break. I don't know, CJ. I don't understand how Woody would be under civil contempt and Steele would be under criminal. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. John, it will be overturned at court. The appeals court is going to have to take it. Go ahead and watch my appeals video. Like, this trial is done. Go ahead and watch the appeals video. And then, once you pass the bar, come tell me if my opinion is laughable or not, okay? Y'all who have legal opinions, that's cool and all, but I don't care what they are, because I'm an attorney, and I have a license to practice law. So my legal opinion matters, and yours, quite frankly. Sorry, guys, but until you get a bar card, your legal opinion doesn't matter. Nobody cares, because you're not a judge or lawyer. So you're actually legally not allowed to have a legal opinion, quite frankly. That's practicing law without a license, all right? So, yep, they're still on break. What do you think Glanville is seeing all these defense attorneys like piling up, and he's like, oh shit. I mean, I gotta see what happens. But I also have to get on the road, guys. Let me see how my tomorrow is looking, y'all. This case is wild. I really didn't think it was gonna get this dramatic today. I'm so glad that that my deposition ended early enough that I could come talk to you about this drama. My goodness, it's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Okay. Yeah, I got some morning meetings tomorrow. But if there's craziness tomorrow, I can come back on in the afternoon. Otherwise, I'm going to come back to you at 10 a.m. on Friday, 10 a.m. Central. We're going to recap the whole week. We'll talk about this again. I appreciate all of you for joining. Make sure you're hitting like and subscribe. Mike, this stuff does happen all the time. This secret ex parte meeting, probably not, right? Most judges are smarter than that. But I gotta tell you, DAs come after people without evidence all the fucking time. I read a story about a man and a woman who drank some kind of loose leaf tea, and then for some reason, I guess someone told the government they had marijuana, and so the government started digging through these people's trash, and they charged them for having marijuana, and CPS took their children away, all behind some fucking loose leaf tea. So if any of you think you're immune to this, you're dead wrong. You are dead wrong. Every single one of us can become after like this. The government, when they choose you, they make you a target, you're fucked. And that's why the Constitution is so important. And that's why defense attorneys are so important. Because we fought against a system where you could just be thrown into prison willy-nilly. We fought against a system like that. We chose the system. We work for the system. We go to war for the system. Is it perfect? No. But we do it. I don't think the case is over today, but I'm over for today as far as I'm concerned, guy. Yes, I saw Brian Steele's wife filed the notice of appeal. Levy, go back and rewind and you can see what happened. I will come back tomorrow if there's serious drama. Otherwise, I will come back on Friday. And Spicy King, I got sad news for you. Judges are constantly using their positions as a weapon. Totally. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. I really appreciate all of you joining. I really appreciate you being here. I'm gonna go drive home. Hopefully I make it home safely, and hopefully Mr. Steele YSL Steele goes to home tonight, you know? I really do. I hope he gets to sleep in home. But I'll tell you straight up, if he sleeps in jail, he gonna make clients. All he's gonna do is have more he's gonna call Mrs. Steele in the morning when he gets to court, and he's gonna be like, hey, booking number this. We got 8 new clients, babe. Idiots. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. I thank you, everyone. Excuse me, for joining. Everyone for hitting like, subscribe. I appreciate all of you. I will definitely see you back Friday morning at 10 a.m. and possibly tomorrow afternoon if the drama is good. Thanks, guys.